I read that on Tinder, a man of average attractiveness has to swipe right 200 times to get one coffee, and then 4 of those 5 coffees will ghost him. They will decide they don't want to meet him or they won't show up. That means a guy of average attractiveness has to swipe right 1,000 times to get one coffee. Now, what does that tell that guy? Women don't value me. Women make me feel rejected. And then they go online and they see these misogynists telling them it's not your fault.
While Galloway is presenting himself as a counter to these misogynist guys that are influencing young men on the internet, he's still repeating the exact same points. So I want to take a minute to challenge the very narrative that he's presenting and talk about why it's problematic. First and foremost, they are giving way too much weight to numbers that represent a disproportionately small number in the population. According to Pew Research in 2023, 90% of all relationships started offline. And some people would say he's speaking to young people, though. Well, only 20% of people under 30 have met their relationships online. In fact, the highest demographic of people that have met their partner online are members of the LGBTQIA+ community, and that's only 24%. The point is that these discussions of online dating create a perception bias that simply doesn't match up with reality. And by repeating them, regardless of your intent, you're causing the exact same harm. But let's say you don't care about any of that. Let's say you are part of that group that is using these apps and looking for love, and you are frustrated by these numbers you keep hearing. At the very least, bring up the reason why these numbers are the way they are. Aside from the fact that some statistics out there have the ratio of men to women being 9-to-1 on Tinder, right? Aside from the math, let's talk about the reasoning behind why you might be more selective as a woman using a dating app than you would be as a man. What are the risks? Genuinely, think about it. What are the risks you have of choosing wrong on a dating app? As a man, you're worried that maybe you're being catfished. You're worried about maybe it's a waste of your time. You're worried about maybe she's just using you for a free meal or for a free experience. That sucks. But let's compare it to what women are weighing the options of when they're on these dating apps. I asked my followers this question, and the most common response was verbatim, does this person look like he's going to murder me? So forget gender for a second. If you were told, even as a man, that the option was, if you chose wrong, that you might be assaulted or even worse, murdered, wouldn't you be a little bit more selective in who you were swiping right on? The reality is dating is hard for everyone. It always has been. But by ignoring the full picture and ignoring all of these other considerations, you're not helping young men. You're just finding a new way to harm and blame young women.